Gryphon, Smart Wi-Fi router to protect the connected family. The average family has 10 internet-connected devices and counting, creating new security threats and vulnerabilities. What's worse, unfiltered web content is on the rise. Over 70% of children see inappropriate content by accident. Gryphon combines a high-performance Wi-Fi router with a simple-to-use smartphone app, making it easy for parents and families to manage the connected home. All security features are built directly within the router itself, so there is no complicated software to install on your connected devices. Gryphon gives parents peace of mind as their kids explore the internet. Software updates and parental control are included free of charge forever. There are no monthly or annual charges for Gryphon updates or parental control. Through the app, easily set age levels for each device, preset bedtimes, homework times, or simply pause the internet to get together for more family time. You can also separately set internet time limits for each child as well as view their browsing history, even the ones they view in incognito mode. Sometimes, your child needs access to certain websites for homework. If a website is blocked, the child can send a real-time request that will show up on the parent's phone. The parent can then immediately review and grant permission from anywhere, even from outside the home. It's difficult to know which websites are appropriate for our child. To guide the parent, Gryphon aggregates the approval ratings from other parents and the community through crowd ranking. The ranking is constantly updated based on your child's age and the approval ratings of your community. Managing your child's online activities is not just about blocking harmful websites, but also about discovering useful content to help your child learn and grow. The company made it easy to share your safe lists among friends, teachers, and the community. Think playlist sharing for your favorite music app and you get the concept. Everything in our homes is coming online. Speakers, thermostats, light bulbs, cameras, washers, dryers, and everything in between, creating new security threats. The home Wi-Fi router manages all the internet traffic that goes in and out of our homes, making it the main entry point for viruses, malware, and hackers. Gryphon can keep all your connected things safer with 24/7 intelligent intrusion detection and active whole house malware filtering. Torch, a simple router for digital parenting. If you are raising children today, you know they are on screens all the time at school, with friends, in the car, socializing, playing games, doing homework. And if you're like most parents, you're unwilling to accept this reality. Torch exists to solve this. The company gives parents the oversight they need and children the boundaries they crave. Because if the company parents don't do our job, the internet will raise our children for us. The company are nerds and parents who struggle ourselves with balancing the creative disruption of the internet with the family disruption of screen time addiction. Torch was born out of Jack and Wayne's desire to help Shelly solve this problem. As they began to help Shelly, they realized the best solution would be the router, simple, effective, and powerful. But then they realized existing routers suck. They're hard to set up and difficult to manage, and it shouldn't require a network engineering degree to parent your children on the internet. Simple and powerful. The Torch router is both. Torch comes with a pause button for the internet. This feature is profile specific, so parents are able to access their devices even when the kids have shut off for the evening. And because of how a router works, Torch reports your children's actual browsing history. And when you find things in their history that you don't like, you can banish sites from your home. Most people have never logged into their router to understand just how convoluted it is, and trying to configure parental controls on top of that adds another level of confusion. When the company thought about designing our user interface for families, the company knew it had to be simple and intuitive. The way parents navigate Torch is almost effortless, so that moms and dads everywhere can easily take control of their internet, and it's easily controlled from our mobile app, so parents can pause the internet with 2 clicks on their phone. WiReboot, keep your Wi-Fi on 24/7. Automatically reboot router. Internet is no longer a luxury. For most of us, it is a necessity to carry on with our everyday lives, in work, communication with friends and family, and even our homes are running off of the internet for everything from the TV to the lights. Even more important is when we are out of town. Many of us rely on our Nest or Dropcam to watch our home, but with a dropped Wi-Fi connection and no one there to reboot it, we lose all connection and security. So why is it that we can never rely on our internet connection? While Wi-Fi works a majority of the time, when it doesn't, it causes a major inconvenience. I wondered so often that there must be a better way. WiReboot have a wide range of operating voltage. It is compatible with more than 95% of the routers in the market. The company are working on improved design. If you need Wi-Fi connection all the time, you need WiReboot. A Wi-Fi network needs a cycled reboot on a regular basis. or you will experience problems such as slow or dropped Wi-Fi connection. Router is just like your computer. Many reasons can cause the router slow or stop working. It could be too hot, buggy software, zombie connections, too much load. If you close to your router, it is fine, you can reboot yourself. What if you are away and your Wi-Fi stopped working? We have so many Wi-Fi devices at home now. Drop cam, Nest, Wi-Fi door lock, Wi-Fi garage opener, Wi-Fi sensors, etc. When your Wi-Fi is not working, none of them work. WiReboot is a device that checks Wi-Fi connection all the time and reboot your router automatically if there is a problem. Freedom. WiReboot is an open source project. You can modify the source code according to your need. Remote reboot. Power on, off many different devices. Wake up your computer using WOL. Power on, off 110 volts 220 volts home appliance using 433 add-on. WiReboot is an IoT platform. The core of WiReboot is 8266 Spanish pesetas Wi-Fi SoC, and it is Arduino and Nodem CU compatible add-on modules for WiReboot. Currently available ones: temperature, humidity, light, 433 transmitter, expandable, able to add GSM remote reboot. Turbocharge your wireless router with an Android upgrade. The latest generation of 802.11iC wireless routers offers Ethernet speeds over wireless channels and processing power that rivals the latest smartphones. This is the first generation of Wi-Fi equipment that is fast enough to replace the wires snaking through our homes and offices. Unfortunately, the capabilities in these devices are hamstrung by poorly designed and written firmware. Gryphon is developing an Android firmware upgrade for the latest Wi-Fi devices that unlocks their full potential. Power boost, tuning the Wi-Fi radio for optimum power and range. In North America, the maximum power output allowed is several times what stock firmware provides. Our firmware unlocks the full available power. Mesh networking. Start with a single router but have the capability to expand your network wirelessly by plugging in additional routers. These additional routers sync up and form a distributed wireless network called a mesh. This happens seamlessly and securely without any special effort or network knowledge. Gryphon apps developed by independent developers and companies have added thousands of new capabilities to Android phones. Our Android firmware upgrade supports Android apps. You may not want to play Angry Birds on your router, but you could. The company is developing our own apps that add new features that you can choose and install. Independent Android developers will be able to offer their own apps just like they do for Android phones. Power boost. Boost the wireless power output. Mesh networking. Expand wireless coverage area by adding a second, third, or more routers. USB support. Add storage, cameras, printers, 3G modems, and more. Cloud storage. Use your favorite cloud storage service to back up your network. Media server. Access music, photos, and film stored on your router. File server. Use your router as a wireless file server. Android apps. Expand your router using standard Android apps. Quality of service. Manage bandwidth hogs so you can Skype and surf while downloads or torrents are running. Firewalls. Add parental controls and custom firewall settings to your network. Antivirus. Use your router as an antivirus and phishing firewall. And many more. Keewifi KissLink Pro. Plug and play router, no passwords. Keewifi is unlike any other router. It doesn't require a password to connect to Wi-Fi or a frustrating and tedious configuration process to install. It works right out of the box so anyone can set it up. Keewifi features the latest wireless standard 802.11iC and enterprise networking technology to ensure that your Wi-Fi signal is strong, stable, and fast. It's easy to use and powerful, too. It's extremely easy to set up and use Keewifi. Just plug in the power and network cables and you're done. No complicated configuration or confusing software to worry about. And no more 192.168.1 nonsense. Keewifi is plug and play. Connecting devices to Wi-Fi is even easier. It just takes a tap. Simply hold any Wi-Fi enabled device close to the Keewifi syncing panel and you'll be authorized in seconds. You don't need to enter a password that's too difficult to remember or too easy to exploit. Keewifi uses proximity technology to authenticate devices as an alternative to standard Wi-Fi passwords. Devices must come in close contact with the syncing panel in order to be authorized to join your network. This patented feature ensures that others cannot connect to your Wi-Fi without this physical action, so rest assured that your private network is protected. The company built Keewifi with the latest wireless technology in mind. Equipped with 802. 11ike. It supports simultaneous dual-band transmissions with WiFi speeds up to 867 Mbps. Keewifi also features beamforming technology which targets your WiFi devices and boosts signal strength in that direction.